Hey, happy Wednesday. This is Jack Tubbs from the J Team at Realty One in Surprise, Arizona, coming to you on this beautiful sunny day here in the Valley in Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, a couple things to share. Or actually, we're going to continue on with what we started talking about yesterday. We're talking about student loan debt. Should we pay them off? Why we should buy? When maybe we should think about holding back a little bit. I did part one yesterday. We're going to do part two today. And here's one of the things that I want you to think about. These may be one of the things that might hold you back a little bit from buying, but there's reasons that we pay off our student debt. And the first one I told you about why we should buy, because not all those reasons told us that these are things that we had to pay our student debt down for. And you can see that in part one. Now, part two, it says, here's reasons why we should pay off our student debt and how that can help get us into a home. Now, number one, you don't have that great of credit. And a lot of that is going to be because you're carrying probably a fair amount of debt. Maybe you've made a late payment on your student payment, on your student debt, or someplace else. One of the quickest ways to elevate your credit is if you have the money or have the ability to pay off early your student loans. Do it. It will elevate your credit, and also it's one of those things that we can take that. It will have less impact on your credit score. Any late payments if it has been paid at least within the scheduled time that you had scheduled with your lender to pay off those debts. And if you do it early, that also adds some to your credit score. Number two, your debt to income ratio is too high. In other words, it's like 38 to 41% is what most lenders will look at as far as what your debt ratio can be to your income, because they also know that you're going to be carrying a mortgage, and they don't want to see any more than that as far as what you carry in monthly debt as opposed to your monthly income. So when your debt to income ratio gets higher than like 41%, lenders tend to pull back, or if they're going to lend to you, they're going to raise the interest rate, and that makes it that much more difficult to buy a home, more expensive to buy a home. And you know what, with the great interest rates we're still experiencing right now, if they raise the rate, then the benefit of those great interest rates don't have as much impact on you. So that's one of the other reasons why we want to think about paying off our student debt. That will lower our debt to income ratio. That will help qualify you for a better interest rate and a lot more attractive mortgages. Number three, you don't have an emergency fund. Now, if you've ever owned a home, or just think about if you've owned an automobile, think about it. Things happen. Things need to be repaired. There's also maintenance that needs to be done on a house, just like a car, and we need to have that emergency fund, especially other emergencies come up too, but these are things that I definitely can guarantee you that you're going to run across being a homeowner, just like being a car owner. It needs maintenance. Things are going to need repair. This is going to happen. So we need to have that emergency fund. If you don't have the ability to save up that emergency fund because of your student debt, then it's time to pay it off so that you can build up an emergency fund. And also, that's going to show your lender that you have good money handling skills, and that's also going to bring up your credibility with a lender that you're going to look for or work with to get a mortgage for your property. So let's go over the 6 things that we talked about. 3, we said, here's a reason why you should buy, and we don't have to worry about paying off our student debt. 1, you don't need as big a down payment as you think. You can go FHA programs, 3.5%. If you're a veteran, VA loans are 0 down. There are certain rural development loans which are run by the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture. There are rural development programs that actually will look at a smaller down payment. Also, we have a ton of down payment assistance, especially here in the state of Arizona, but you're going to find it in different states across the union. You can always defer your student loan payments. You can talk to your lender, and you can come to an agreement about that. And third, if you've already got that great job, that dream job that is already bringing you in more than enough income, and you can afford to pay your student loan debt plus your mortgage, hey, this is another reason why you don't have to bother paying off your debt, and also a good reason for you to buy. And then the things we talked about today, why you should pay off your student debt, which will also help elevate you into being a homeowner. 1, you don't have a great credit score. Pay off the student debt. That's going to elevate your credit score. Number 2, your debt to income ratio is too high because you're making payments for your student loans. Well, we want to make sure that, and like I said, a lot of lenders are not going to qualify people that have too high of debt to income ratio. In other words, your monthly debt is really high compared to your monthly income. If it's over 41%, you won't qualify for a lot of the great rates and mortgages that are out there because your debt to income ratio is too high. So let's pay it down so that it equals out on your debt to income ratio. Number three, an emergency fund. We all need it. I can't say that I've always been the best about that over the years, but I'm starting to try and pay a little bit more attention to that because, like I compared it to owning a car, there's gonna be maintenance is needed, repairs are needed, and also we have those things, those unintangible things that happen sometimes that we need that couple extra $1,000 in the bank to help cover. So these are the three things where we're going to start to pay down or pay off our student debt so that we can go forth and be a homeowner. And also that'll qualify you for the better mortgage products that are out there. So if you have any questions about these things or if you need a referral to a great lender, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can dial me direct at 248-330-7972. That's 248-330-7972. Or you can email me, jack@thejteam.house, and that's JACK at the J team, which is THE, the letter J, the word team, .house. Or you can call the office and talk to any of my team members. They can help you also. And that's 623-252-4061. That's 623-252-4061. Hey, this is Jack Tubbs from the J Team at Surprise, Arizona, wishing you a fantastic Wednesday. And I will see you tomorrow with more about what's going on in the Phoenix real estate market. Have an awesome day.